I believe the airplane fever hit me maybe around 1975. That's when I was 9, 10 years old. A neighbor of ours gave me a toy model of, I believe it was 747-200 of KLM. And you know, for a kid, and you give him this airplane models, that was probably everything to me at that time. I remember I was, even when I sleep, it was next to my bed, you know. And every time this a neighbor who used to work in an airline, when they fly, you know, they get me those plastic models that they sell on board back then. And it's just all of a sudden I am a collector, and ever since then I always collect models. And I don't recall really that I liked something else other than the airplane business, you know, the aviation in general. Yeah, you know, we used to live near the airport in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and you see these airplanes right above our house. They're so beautiful and huge. Probably that's what got me hooked into them, you know. It was so much fun back then when you see the old airplanes, you know, the DC-8, 707, lots of them. It was just good years, you know, good years of my life. And when I was in school, in high school, everybody knows I'm a collector of airplane models, and they were making fun of me. What does this guy do with these plastic toys, you know? He's, you know, 16, 17 years old, and he just likes airplane models, you know? This didn't make sense back then to where I used to live, you know? Aviation was, you know, kind of like dead in this part of the world. So I finished high school, and I wanted to study, of course, aviation. So I went to Florida, United States, and that's where I got my degree. You know, I finished all the way to my master's degree, you know, in aviation. And during that time, I attended a lot of exhibitions, aircraft memorabilia shows, and I love them. You know, you get to meet people, very nice people, all have the same passion of aviation and, of course, models. And then it wasn't enough. I realized that the models that are available in the market is not enough for my collection. I have to start making them. So what I did, I bought these plastic models, and I stripped the colors, and I apply the decals. Some I used to paint myself. And then all of a sudden, wow, I have this big, huge collection of airplane models. So I graduated from college. I left all my books behind, and I brought just my collection to Bahrain. And then a friend of mine, he said, "Bader, invite Guinness, let them come and see you. Maybe you score with them, you know." So in 2000, in the Millennium Edition book, I hit the jackpot, you know, and I got into Guinness Book of World Record for the largest aircraft model collections in the world. And then I started taking it seriously, the model, as a business. So I had, you know, I met a few people who really know how to carve airplane models from wood. And I said, okay, I think we should start business here. I made a few, and it turned out to be, I mean, just like what I like to keep in my collection. That really boosted me, you know, and encouraged me to continue more and start producing more. And I contacted my friends that I used to know back in the States. They're all collectors, and they start talking to their friends about my models, and I display them at this airline memorabilia. They got good reviews. Everybody liked them, you know. So my friends kept buying, and they were telling their friends, and their friends they were buying as well. So I continued, and I started my website. And back then, the internet was something new. I believe it was the 90s, yeah. But again, that even it was new, it wasn't bad from United States. But very soon the word spread like fire all over the world. I started getting orders from Japan, Australia, Africa, of course the Middle East and Europe, and all of them magazines around the world. They want to have interviews with me and write an article about me. And I didn't realize really that my models are unique. Maybe because the way they are produced, because each one of our models is a masterpiece. We do not do mass production models like what you see in Asia, where they produce thousands of them. No, we make them only if you place order for it. And it takes about 6 weeks to make it. So anyway, back to our subject is, but 5-6 years later, when I started going to exhibitions and shows around the world to display my models, I see the feedback from people when they come and talk to me and they want to take a picture of me or they want to take my signature. I said, ooh, I think Bader is something here, I get a lot of respect from collectors, and it didn't stop. It kept growing and growing. Then we expanded the business, of course. We started making yacht models and architectural models. Of course, if you visit our website now, you will see we have all the aviation accessories, which turn out to be huge success. Soon we are opening a very large factory in Bahrain. And I will just continue of what I'm doing. I like it. I believe that the little airplane toy that was given to this little boy 35 years ago, it paid off at the end, because it didn't stop since that time. It started growing and growing until this little boy became a full grown-up man, and he started his business, and he kind of like feels that he's at the top of the world with his model production business. I'm so proud of him.